you know, I'm ready to do my thing, but might as well come holler at y'all. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I just had a situation take place, but I ain't even mad. Excuse me. I ain't even mad. I'm already in place, ready to do an interview. A guy contacted me 2 weeks ago, and he said he wanted to schedule a live stream interview with me. He had about 56,000 followers on Instagram. I told him, hey, let's do it. And he goes on to tell me, you're really gonna like this because of this and that. It's gonna be a lot of people. And I'm like, okay, that's all fine. Then he sends me an interview that sounded kind of awkward with Lil Uzi Vert. He sends me an interview that sounds really, really awkward with Lil Uzi Vert. And so as I'm looking at the Lil Uzi Vert interview, things look kind of, how could I say it? Cockamamie. Yeah. Now, what I could have done today is scheduled a live and came hung out with y'all. But I'm respecting the fact that I gave this guy my word and we was gonna do his interview. But what I'm finna tell you finna trip y'all out. Hit that like button for me, man. You know, I know it's impromptu, but hit that like button for me, man. I know it's impromptu. But we scheduled this interview almost 2 weeks out. Well, a week out. We did it a week out. And so he sends me a couple of interviews, like I said. He sent me one interview from Lil Uzi Vert. And it's one of them interviews where he's on the top screen and Lil Uzi Vert on the bottom screen. And he asking these generic questions. And so when he asks this generic question, it appears that Lil Uzi Vert is responding to something similar, but not direct. You see, I've been doing this thing for quite some time. I've been doing this entertainment thing for quite some time. Um, I would have to say 20 plus years. I would have to say I've done interviews over the phone, live in person, Zoom, TV, news, magazine, book, like any kind of piece of media you can name. You know what I'm saying? I've graced the covers or I've graced the interviews. I've appeared. You see what I'm saying? See, if you Google my name, that Hezeleo, a hater ain't gonna like what he see, but a player gonna salute because there's so much proof in the pudding. I remember we went to, I think it was Austin, Texas, and a media cat asked me could he interview me and Mama West. He said he would pay for the interview. This was like way back in the day. And I'm thinking to myself, you shouldn't pay me for the interview. You're exposing me to your network. So no, you don't have to pay me. I would have to ask Mama, do she want to do it? You know what I mean? But no, you don't have to pay me. And so he met me and Mama at our hotel and we conducted the interviews in the lobby. Looking at the cameras, even back then, I was thinking, I don't know if that camera quality is gonna be good, but the brother wanted to pull up on us and get this here. And I did it. It's one of the dopest interviews I had done before. And it's on YouTube. It's very old. It's so old it look musty. It's so old it look dusty and it look musty. And you'll know you found it if I have on a black UGK Algiers shirt with the red background and the white and yellow letters. And I have on these black Versace shades. Talking about Versace shades. Nigga stand play your mate. Yeah. So I got on these black Versace shades. And I'm talking my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I've always done. And it's a very monumental interview. But back then, it was all about the physical. It was all about the DVDs. Then we did another interview with some cats that came all the way down from LA. And people like The Game featured on this show, and multiple other stars featured on this show. But in the beginning of the show, me and Smoke D feature on it. So yeah, I'm abreast upon the whole interview game or whatever. But from the beginning, when this guy contacted me, I smelled something fishy. I was busy doing different things, but being a man of my word, I say, you know what? I told dude I'm going to do this interview, so I'm going to honor my word and honor the time. I moved some things around to make sure I had this slot available to fool with him and do the interview. But all the while, up until the day, he telling me about the multitude of people I'm going to wind up embarking upon, a new fan base. He told me ever since I heard your music, I've been riding around jamming it. I started to test him and ask him which songs you talking about. You know what I mean? I started to test his game and ask him what songs you talking about. But I ain't do it. I'm just like, okay, the game coming at some point. So I say, you know what? The game is coming at some point. He about to run the game at some point. I just didn't know when. And so he contacts me. He calls me twice. And he like, you ready to do the interview? I say, yeah, it's the time. What's up? Let's get it done. He like, well, look, let me tell you a little bit more about it. I'm like, yeah, what's up? Well, this is what we're going to do. We're going to cover these 4 things. Okay, whatever. Did you see the Lil Uzi Vert interview? Nah, I ain't seen it. I seen the clip of it. What else? Did you see Lil Yachty interview? Nah, I ain't seen it. But what else? Are you ready? Yeah, I'm ready to do it, my G. I said, okay, yeah. What we gonna do now? He said, I'm gonna hit you back in 1 minute, then you hit the button, and I'm gonna expose you to my fan base. I say, okay, yeah, let's do it. He said, but before we do it, you know what I'm saying? This is a paid interview. I say, you trying to pay me? He said, oh no, everybody who come on, they pay. I said, well, let me explain something to you. I don't know who you think you're talking to, but if that's what you was trying to do from the jump, what you should have did in the beginning is sent me a message about, hey, this is my price list. Do you want to advertise on my channel? Do you want to do an interview? And I would have told you no, respectfully, or I wouldn't have responded. But instead, you wanted to try to stroke my ego. I'm not a bitch. You know what I mean? I seen you coming 2 miles away. I just didn't know when you was going to expose the game. I have a tendency of going all the way through things just to see when the game is exposed so I can learn something. You see what I'm saying? Like sometimes when I got free time, a scammer will call and I'll be talking to him. Yeah. Then you want me to do what? You want me to go to Walmart and do what? Get a green dot card? Then once I go get the green dot card, what I'm going to do with it? Oh, I'm going to read you the number off it? Oh, okay. And then what? Oh, you're not going to come to my house and arrest me? Okay. Yeah. I like what you're saying. I go all the way to the end to see the weak ass game exposed. So this whole time I had been telling my partner, I had been telling other people, I'm booked to do this interview, but something is kind of weird about it. You see what I'm saying? And they're like, oh, just, give it the benefit of the doubt. I said, yeah, I hear it, but I'm feeling something really weird about it. And here it is. I done sat up here, got to the end result, and right before we supposed to push the button, this nigga trying to sell me something. I'm not even mad, but I would like to say, step your game up. Step your motherfucking game up. I can tell him looking over the internet at me, he don't even understand what he looking at. He don't even understand this shield. He don't even understand these 5 letters. Them 3 letters. He don't understand none of that. When I said no, I'm talking about, he didn't understand that either. Because if he did, ain't no way in hell he would have tried to run that cockamamie ass game. But yeah, man, fuck all that. What's happening in this bitch, man? We motherfucking 10,000 subscribers up, and we got a whole new theme song, ringtone. Nigga, we got a ringtone theme song for the Trio Cast, man. Make some noise up in this bitch. Yeah, let me see who in the chat. Let me see who in the chat, man. Let me see what's going on off in this thing now that I got my gripe out the way. Hey, wait. I got a new complaint. Hey, Zeus Trevino, what it is, man, I started to tell you to go check the interview out, but I was like, you see, that's why I ain't tell y'all. I told y'all about it. I told y'all about it last week, but I didn't go too hammer about it because I felt something. I'm OG, man. I'm old coon, man. I'm OG. I felt something, and what I felt was right. But yeah, hey, Zeus Trevino, man, I was going to tell you to come in there and fool with me because you're cool with me. But nah, wasn't no need. Brandon Tillery, man, hope you feeling better, man. Know what I'm saying? Pop Thompson, what it is, man. Who else off in this thing, man? Texas Trio. Know what I'm talking about? Yeah, hey, Zeus Trevino, put that Trio Cast song off in there so them boys could go play that Marquise Payne coming through. Yeah, all y'all name up in that song. Zay Sanchez. Yeah, man, they can't knock a hustler, man. They can't hustle a hustler, man. Nah, man. And yeah, your shirt is in the office, you dig? I'll let you know when it come in, but your shirt is on the production line. You know what I'm talking about? And we're gonna get that popping. And yeah, who else off in this thing, man? Black Maurice, what it is. Let me see. Heezy felt a disturbance in the force, man. Them trio senses was tingling. Yeah, they had to be because the way the dude was coming at me, dog, it was just weird. It was like he giving me all this good information. He telling me how everything gonna benefit me. But I'm like, what's the catch? What's the catch? You never addressed me by my name. You never said R.I.P. Pimp C. You never addressed me by none of my affiliation. You never mentioned none of my songs. But you know I've been grinding hard. You know I've been grinding hard. How you know that? You know me? Tell me what you know about me, nigga. You ain't know nothing about me. You thought I was one of them old starving, hungry ass artists need some exposure. Nigga, you don't know I got 10,000 subscribers sitting on the motherfucking YouTube channel. I got over 20, 30,000 motherfucking followers and shit sitting over on the Facebook. I got 11,000 motherfucking followers sitting over on the goddamn Instagram. I got about 4, 5, 6,000 on the Twitter. I got all kind of motherfucking thousands sitting on top of thousands, but I love this YouTube better than anything. I wouldn't get his YouTube up for none of that shit. Yeah, straight up. Now that TikTok, I ain't shit on that TikTok. I'm a little boy on that TikTok. Then on that TikTok, me and Jesus Trevino about the only one over there fighting. Y'all niggas ain't gonna join the fight with us on TikTok. I don't know. You ain't got to. It's weak. I don't like it. I be posting the trillest shit ever, and that motherfucking TikTok don't be doing shit. I post some bullshit and then the bitch do something. But I post some real shit, it don't do nothing. Yeah, it don't do nothing. But I'm gonna break that code one day. I ain't giving up. Now that Instagram, I'm really feeling bad about it because I'm posting all them reels and shit, but I ain't getting paid for them motherfuckers. So I'm finna chill out on posting reels unless it's just a picture. I ain't gonna make no content for that hoe. Cause they didn't stop my monetization until February. You know what I mean? So I ain't finna feed them boys nothing else but a picture or some little quick shit. Yeah. Let me see. Solving the ongoing boom, boom, boom mystery. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. So everything good, man. Just been on the grind. Trying to shake back like y'all already know how that go. And I hope y'all enjoyed the movie review. I hope y'all enjoyed the song review. And if y'all got a song, you know what I'm saying, we could all agree on, we could review that whole soon. You know what I'm talking about? If y'all got a song we all can agree on, you know, I hope y'all go ahead and put that bitch in the chat and we can review that whole soon. But we're going to keep everything coming. We're going to keep the trio stories coming. We're going to keep the OnlyFans skits coming. We're going to keep the big man suits coming. We're going to keep the interviews coming. We're going to keep the trio gear coming. And man, check this out. I got some good news. I got some really good news. I think Jesus Trevino might be the only one abreast on it directly. You see what I'm saying? Directly. You may have got a little old breath on it on Facebook, but I hired the last editor. Now this should be it. We done entered into the contract and she say she gonna be able to help take the book to the finish line. So right now the cover is being made. We got three different graphic designers taking a shot at this luxurious cover. Can't be no hobo. Can't be no weak ass cover. This book is gonna be the first one, but it damn sure ain't gonna be the last one. You see what I'm saying? I do not want my first book coming out looking like it's the first book. I do not want nothing I do from here out to come out looking like it's the first time I ever done it. You see what I'm saying? It's nothing that I want to do. It's nothing I'm going to do that's going to appear to look like this is his first time doing it. I am a professional rookie. Yeah. I like to adhere to myself as a professional rookie. Everything I do is professional than the bitch. And you don't even know that I'm a rookie. I'm in my rookie season doing a lot of the shit. First time I ever done it before in my life. But one thing about it, I knew, okay, look, this book, I want this book to be done right. When somebody get this book in their hand, I don't want them to think, oh, I got a little old retarded book. He's a Leo put together. No. When you grab that motherfucking book, soon as you touch that bitch, soon as you look at that hoe, I want that bitch to jump out and grab you and tell you, nigga, you in the presence of motherfucking royalty. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? When you look at that book, I want that book to communicate to you that you in the presence of motherfucking royalty. I want you to grab that motherfucking book and want to sit down and read that bitch, but I also might bless your game. I also might bless your game. Not only am I going to have 3-4 niggas taking a jab at the cover, I might have 3-4 niggas taking a jab of doing the audio book. Now, somebody told me I should do the audio book. Somebody told me I should do the audio book. But I don't know if I want to. Black Maurice, I don't know if I want to do the audio book. Like, I don't, because what I'm going to probably have to do if I do the audio book, right? I'm going to probably have to either get a program and record my voice, then send it to the studio. You know what I mean? What I'm thinking I would rather do is hire somebody who got a home studio. Let me see. You own the audio. Yeah. I might hire somebody who got a home studio and can do it in their own time, read a couple, like they're gonna have to do it. They're gonna have to do it as a how could I say, as a schedule. They're gonna have to read a couple of pages a day. You did? I don't know how many pages it's gonna be. It's 100 and some thousand words. Once it break down to book format, I don't know how many pages that's gonna be. I don't know if that's gonna, I don't know what it's gonna be, but all I can tell you is whoever do it, you're gonna have to put a schedule together. You're gonna take your time and you're gonna articulate that slang in them words, and you're gonna bring forth understanding of what that book is talking about in your own way. Now, I had a brother that sent me a demo late in the year, last year, 2022. He sent me a demo and his shit was hitting. But I had an issue with him trying to sound too regal. He have the voice, but when he adds the regal to it and he's being serious, it's not good to my ears. So I'm gonna go back and find that guy, but I am gonna give him some tips. What I would like him to do is just basically relax and be himself and read that bitch from a dirty South trio nigga perspective. I don't need you to try to be Morgan Freeman on that bitch. Poor little Andy Dufresne. No, nigga. He's a Leo. You know what I mean? He's a Leo, not Andy Dufresne. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Black Maurice. I need the player to come across natural. Now, the thing about it, I may change my mind once I see the edited version and can flow through that bitch, because she's gonna, Jesus, what she gonna do? She gonna take that raw material that you and I did. Not only is she gonna correct misspell words, commas, this and that, she gonna edit that bitch down to what that hoe need to be. She gonna take all them fucked up ass curse words about that bitch and turn it into, she said, abstinence, sandwiches. She gonna turn them into sandwiches. I don't know, abstinence. I don't know, don't have sex. I don't know. She gonna turn them into some shit that, you know, that's friendly to read, because she say your audience is gonna be way bigger than what you think. And I'm thinking like this right now. God told me this morning to think big. I was told this morning by a message to think big. Let me see. She gonna get the book ready. Yeah, she gonna get it ready for the public. Yeah, we, Miss Shaw. We was getting it ready, man. But I don't want this thing to be half cocked. I want this book to be able to sit on the side of other books, and people don't think, no, never mind. They just think, oh, this is another book. Hey, and then look what else she told me, my nigga. Look what else she told me. This shit finna trip y'all out, nigga. I hope she ain't just stroking my ego. Nah, she say, look, once we get to the end, I'ma help you file the proper paperwork to get that bitch in your local library. Yeah. Can you imagine? Nigga gonna be able to go to the library and check out a He's a Leo memoir. Wow. I can only imagine. That's gonna be beautiful, dog. Thank you, dog. Thank you, Scott Eric. Man, that's gonna be beautiful. She say she gonna get it to the point to where we're gonna be able to get it in the local library. So somebody gonna be able to go to the library and say, I want to check out He's a Leo, Down with the Kings. Yeah, hey, go ahead and put the title of the book in there, Jesus Trevino. We finna reveal the title to y'all right now. Down with the motherfucking Kings. DWK. Let me see. Down with the Kings. DWTK. So if you ever see me posting those 4 letters. If you ever see me posting those 4 letters, that's 3 letters, but the 4th one was hiding. DWTK, I'm talking about the book, Down with the Kings. And one thing about it, I'm going to tell you, it's just not all about being down with Pimpin' Bunny. The whole story is just not all about that. It's a beautiful story from the beginning up until a certain point. And what I love about it, the way it came together, people started asking me like, when you gonna finish the book? When you gonna finish the book? And so, I don't know, I just caught a spurt. I started doing some research, talking to different people, and they gave me some pointers. And then all of a sudden, every day I just started spending 3-4 hours. Pop, 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 pop. Pop, 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 pop. That's me typing. Pop, 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 pop. Pop, 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 pop. Pop, 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 pop. Pop, that's me typing. Pop, 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 pop. Pop, 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 pop. I'm making music. Pop, pop. You know what I mean? That's me typing, man. So every day, 3-4 hours. Pop, 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 pop. You know what I mean? And everybody trying to bother me, and I'm like, nah, don't talk to me right now. I'm in my zone. And then early in the mornings, I get up and pop, 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 pop. Late at nights, I'll be pop, 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 pop. When my kids go shopping, I'll be pop, 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 pop. I get up early, I'll be pop, 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 pop. You know what I mean? I'll be typing like a motherfucker. And then all of a sudden, I got finished, man. And then when I got finished, man, it sat there for a minute, and I tried to get 2, 3, 4 different editors on it, and they were all girls, and I don't have nothing bad to say about them. I don't have nothing bad to say about them. They gave up on me. They took the manuscript, they tried a little bit, and then they gave it back. They gave up on me. That happened 3 different times. But then one trusted YouTube supporter, social media supporter for years, Jesus Trevino, he said, hey, man, could I help you? And I'm like, excuse me? What do you mean, sir? He said, may I help you with editing the book? What, nigga? Nigga, don't disinfect me, nigga. This real personal shit. So I don't think I told him yeah at first. I kind of bullshitted him for a while. How long did I bullshit you, man? Let me see. How long did I bullshit you? I bullshitted him for a while. I was like, man, come on, my nigga. I probably bullshitted that nigga for about 2 years. I don't know. But I was thinking, let me see, about a month. Man, you bullshit. Nigga, I bullshitted you longer than a month. Longer than a month. That shit was a long time. But I finally said, okay, let's do it. And Jesus Trevino took that hoe, and I don't remember how long it took him, but he went all the way through that bitch the best he could. And he put that bitch on his feet. And then we had to go back through that together. You know what I'm saying? And then it got to the point that was taking too long. And then I say, look, I'm gonna have to do this shit. And I did it by myself. I went back through that motherfucker by myself. You know what I mean? And then we started looking for another editor to take that bitch to the next level. That took a long time. But I talked to some friends, you know what I'm saying? Some professional friends, and they say, look, we got somebody, you know what I mean? But this what the business is. And I say, all I can do is, chop it up with them and see how it go. And once me and the lady engaged, we came to an agreement. So I think we got it now. I'm hanging there with her. I'm not gonna pressure her. I'm not gonna rush her. I'm gonna just hang in there with her, and we're gonna get to the end of this thing. I'm gonna give my player partner, Jesus Trevino, his editing credits, keeping it real. And then we're gonna take this motherfucker to the next level and get this bitch on Amazon and all them beautiful places it's supposed to be. And look what else I'm gonna do, right? I'm gonna hit that slab. I'm gonna go city to city and do some book signings. I'm gonna link up with some of y'all. Hey, what store out there, you know what I'm saying? Want a trio nigga to come through there and sit down and say about 50 books and sign them hoes and tell some trio stories live on the set. And I'ma pull up. Pull up on me. I'm gonna sit down and we're gonna sign them books and get it done, take some pictures, have a good time. I'm going, hey, you know I got to go hit the Golden Triangle. Heavy. Houston, Dallas, Austin, San Antonio. Wherever duty calls, man, we ride. We ride with the motherfucking books. But they also will be available online. You know, Kindle, whatever all that shit is, it will be available online. And then I gotta go wash my eyes. My right eye been bothering me. Yeah. It will be available online. It will be available, you know what I mean, in physical copies. That bitch will be available in multiple languages. Let me see. I volunteer for the book tour. Yeah, man, you come fool with me because you cool with me. Yeah, 3-4 months. Okay, yeah, college. You can come fool with me because you cool with me. Hey, and I'm going to break some bread with you. Anything you come do with me, shit, I'm going to break some bread with you. You ain't just going to be out there doing it for the free. You did? You ain't going to be doing it for the free. You did? That ain't how I rock. I don't rock like that. Yeah, so we're going to go do that there. And look, after we flip this money on the book, we're going immediately to the movie. After the book flip, we're going immediately into the movie. I'm going to see what the GoFundMe got in it, but that ain't going to stop us from shooting this movie. After I cartwheel this book money, broop, 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 I'm going to look in the GoFundMe and see what it's hitting for. Whatever in there. I appreciate everybody who puts something in there. I'm snatching it out there and throwing it in there with my pot, and we're going to shoot this motherfucking movie, man. And all the trio cast will be welcome to get a part in the film. See, we ain't just trio casting and lasting online. We gonna take trio casting and lasting off the metaverse into the real world. Then back to the metaverse. Yeah, off the metaverse into the real world and back to the metaverse. We're gonna come offline to do certain things, but then we coming back online. Yeah, man. But yeah, so it's a beautiful beginning of Trio 2023. One Fugazi interview. It don't make me no never mind. You know what I mean? All I did was pass up some Kagogi. Mother, no good mother. You know what I mean? Hey, if you're trying to sell something, let me give you guys some tips. If you're trying to sell something, let somebody know up front the sticker price. Let them know up front what you're trying to sell, whether it be an item, a service, advertisement, promotions, whatever it is you're trying to sell, just let the person know up front. What trips me out about this guy, why would you try to wait almost 8, 9, 10 days to tell me you're trying to sell me something? You're not a good salesman. You're not a good salesman, sir. You see, a lot of people may not understand me, but I've done a whole lot. I've done things like home health care, CNA. I've actually did that. I've actually had patients. I had to have patience having patience. One particular patient was quadriplegic. I don't know if I said that right. Quadriplegic. He was paralyzed from the neck down. He had a little something in his fingers. He can kind of something in his fingers. But he has some other shit in his mouth that he kind of, may have told you about this gentleman before. Prominent white guy in Port Arthur. He went to the Navy somewhere. Fresh. He had a beautiful new wife, beautiful new kid, and he jumped off the diving board and landed wrong and broke his neck. He lived in a mini mansion with his parents. I was working at the Port Arthur News at this time. I think I was working 6 to 6. 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. I was bundling the newspaper. We had to be there at 6, but we really didn't do nothing until about 10, 11, 12. So from 6 p.m., we would be doing absolutely nothing. Talking, playing grab ass with the bitches. Old niggas going run to the store and sneaking back with libation. Let me just say that. I ain't gonna bust out. Fuck it, that shit been 40 years ago. Man, them niggas go get some Wild Irish rolls and 40 ounces, man. Them niggas that go get some Wild Irish rolls and 40 ounces long Texas. Let me see what that is. Let me see. I've been gone, but I'm back to tune in already. Man, you good. We ain't stopping, man. We ain't stopping. Y'all go check out the Trill Cast song note. Y'all go check out the Trill Cast song. But look, James, them old school niggas that go to the store, them niggas that go to Asbury's, or them niggas that go to Population or Asbury's. Them niggas go get about 2 motherfucking fifths of wine, about 3 40 ounces, man. Y'all go check out that Trill Cast song. I'm gonna play it coming soon, but it's already out. We dropped it today. Y'all go check that out. Go spin that. And them niggas will come back to the newspaper, and dog, we get drunk as a skunk. And from about 6 to about 10 p.m., we just be down in the printing press. Look, down in the printing press doing a whole bunch of nothing. And I remember this one time they hired this big ass white boy, big ass feet, big clumsy motherfucker named Bodine. Boy, that white boy was stupid than a motherfucker. I ain't never seen that bitch look like Frankenstein. That bitch had some big old shoes. That bitch used to wear some big hush puppies. Them hoes about this big. And them hoes was so big, every time he walk, he kick some shit. You talking about kick some shit, that nigga be kicking it. But yeah, man, nigga, that was dumb than a motherfucker. But he used to play smart. Like, you tell him something, he be like, yeah, okay, I got it. And as soon as he walk away from me, he go do the shit ass backwards like a motherfucker. But yeah, so we be in that bitch drunk and high around that hole, you know what I mean? And then 10 o'clock, all of a sudden, that Port Arthur News big old ass printing press. That bitch just cut on, nigga. Nigga, I'm talking about we be in that bitch sleep. I'm talking about that bitch look like an old jailhouse. You got niggas laying all on the desk and shit. You got niggas sitting on the desk with their head down. They used to have these big ass army bags full of paper and letters and newspapers and shit. Big old bags, big old army bags. Nigga, I just used to go lay on them hoes and be knocked the fuck out. And then all of a sudden, that goddamn machine come on. That bitch say, what? Hey, that motherfucker crank up, nigga, you know it's finna go round. Then all of a sudden, nigga, that shit just start printing like a motherfucker. Paper flying everywhere, going up the chute, coming back down. We got to get the fuck up, you know what I mean? We got to get the fuck up, and then that bitch start coming through, and we got to put that bitch together, and they got this little metal machine, that bitch just be trembling. You grab that bundle, and you shimmer that hoe down so they get in the same line. Then you run it through this strap thing, and that bitch strap up. They gonna take that hoe, and they gonna start bringing it outside to load to the vans. So I used to go from the assembly belt to loading the vans. Now, after we load the vans, our job is done. You see what I'm saying? After we load all the vans, our job is done. But it's a whole bunch of motherfucking vans we finna load. You know what I mean? Not no big ass vans, just some like some cargo vans. And we're gonna load them hoes from back to front all the way to the top. You dig? But it was a certain way you had to load them. And so when they hired Bodine, I was really the newest one, but I had them picked up on it. And all the OGs taught me how to do it. So for some reason, when they hired Bodine, they put me in the van with that fool. And I'm like, man, this shit ain't gonna go right. And so I tell them how it go, and I go get one of my dudes who been there a little bit longer to come make sure I was telling them the right way. So he come and he show him, he tell him how to do it and shit. And so me and him get to the point where we loading the bitch, and then I say, I tell you what, I'm gonna go start on this other van. Can you do this one by yourself? Hell yeah, I got it. Man, I'm over there on the other van loading that bitch up. Then all of a sudden he come out of his van, he say he done. Man, they go look at this nigga van, man, this nigga done loaded this shit ass backwards. Dog, they bitched and whined at me and told me I had to go back in there with that nigga, unload that bitch, and then load that bitch back right. Boy, I was so mad at that big foolish ass dude. That nigga cost me some time, man. And it wasn't no big deal because you just picking up bundles of newspaper and shit. But it was a hassle. Time consuming, the sun started coming up. It was just a whole bunch of bullshit. But during that time, a friend of mine, R.I.P., he used to play in a band and sing. He was a big fan of my music. He used to like to pull up on me in the hood and be like, what new song you got? And I'd be like, well, I got this one. Man, spit it for me. And I would spit it a cappella for him. And he would fall in love, not even hearing the finished product that's coming out of the studio. He would fall in love with the cadence and me just spitting it right there. And he would fall so much in love with it that when he would see me the next time, he would know the hook. He would know some of the verse. He'd be like, man, when you gonna drop this? And I'm like, wow, he really, he really own it. And so I remember a few times him and his band, they invited me to come. It was like a outdoors party. Food, drinks, this and that, and just them playing some chill music, jamming. He invited me to come chill and rap. So while they playing that, they guitar, piano, drums and shit, we just sitting in the yard and I got the microphone and I'm just freestyling like a motherfucker, having a good time. Crawfish, beer, wine, girl. It was cool. Like, I didn't used to do shit like that for any and everybody, but I fooled with them dudes, man. So it was really cool. But one day he told me, he say, man, I got this client with this home health care shit. They could use a big, strong nigga like you. This how much it pay. And then I got these other clients. You could pick up this extra money. And I just got a new car. I had a Camaro, man. That bitch was clean. So I'm working at the Port Arthur News 6 to 6. And then I went on and said, let me see what you're talking about. They needed me 4 hours a day. So I would get off at the Port Arthur News and then take about an hour break or whatever and go do home health care. And so a couple of the patients wasn't no big deal. But it was the last patient that tested my patience. It was the quadriplegic guy. I said I couldn't do it because when they showed me my duties, what I was going to have to do, I'm like, man, I can't do that, my nigga. You know what I mean? And then he was a very spiritual guy. He said, man, think about it. What if that happened to you? What if it happened to one of your family members? You're going to need somebody to do this for you. And I started thinking about it spiritually, and I asked God, what would you have me to do, man? And I felt my answer was, do it. You did? I felt my answer was, do it. And I did it without prejudice. And what was difficult about this was because he couldn't move in any way, he was like an adult baby, but he was a grown man. And sometimes the nurses before, they'd leave him in his shit, dog. They would simply leave him in his shit. Then I would come in the next day, been up all night, but grinding and trying to do a good deed. And what took you so long? Man, and I gotta pick this nigga up. I gotta pick this nigga up, turn this nigga. I gotta clean this man, dog. I gotta clean this man like a child. And I did that shit for the first few days. I'm like, but I kept praying, and God like, man, be there. His dad told me, man, please hang in there. You know what I mean? And I did. And we became friends. He started opening up. He started giving me tips, but I'm like, nah, don't do that, man, Man, let me take you to the club. Let me take you to the strip club. He had a big decked out ass van and shit. We used to hop in the van, my partner be driving. We just be moving around, tinted windows, big cold ass van. And this nigga talking about, let's go to the casino. Let me take you to the strip club. I'm like, man, I don't want to do all that, man. But yeah, I'm just mentioning, dog, this rap shit, yeah, that's what I always been about since a child, since elementary school. I always wanted to be a rapper from elementary school. I wanted to be three rather. A rapper, a chef, and a rich ass alcoholic, because I seen the movie Arthur. I did a lot. In between time, I did way more than you could expect. I was in Port Arthur streets in the capacity of hanging around groups of people, in the capacity of knowing what Short Texas is, you know what I mean? Really knowing what Short Texas is and what Short Texas was. You know what I mean? You just can't miss me, dog. So I ain't the average. When niggas running game, I'm cool enough to relax to see where the game going. Because I trust that my keen senses, my trill senses will recognize it. But man, I got to go clean my eyes, man. I wasn't even planning on coming on tonight. But what I do need y'all to do is go check out that motherfucking 10K Trillcast song. That's from me to y'all, dog. You know what I mean? We did this. It's been a long journey. But it's only going to get bigger and bigger. Because once we hit 10K, it just kept going up. Once we hit 10K, it just kept going up. But I apologize. I did something wrong today. Let me see. Already, shout out to Young Heezy. Shout out to Young Heezy. He was a little late, but he came through. Still got it. But yeah, I did something wrong today, man. I know this YouTuber, and he kind of insulted me a while back when I was sitting at around 5,000 subscribers. He told me I needed to get my weight up. But it was all in jokes and fun. But today, I'm sitting up here on big boy status with that big 10K. I went and found that nigga. I say, nigga, I got my weight up. Fuck you want to do, bitch ass nigga. I tried to pick an internet fight with that nigga, dog. Yeah. That nigga Young Heezy did that. Then he freestyled that hoe. That nigga incorporated all that shit on the freestyle. But yeah, I tried to pick a fight with that nigga, man. And that nigga just laughed at me. But if he bite down on the bait, we gonna have a good time. I'm gonna get on his ass. I'm gonna roast the shit out of his ass, but I don't think he gonna bite down on it. Cause you see, when he told me I needed to get my weight up, he only had about 8,000-9,000 subscribers. I had about 5. He had 11 right now. He had 11K. I'm at 10K and climbing. So nah, he ain't gonna turn around and fool with me. Cause if he do, his audience gonna see. Boy, I will tear your head off with this verbal bullshit. Hey, with this verbal motherfucking judo nigga, I will tear your ass up, fool. Yeah. Think I talk slow. Nigga, I'll whip some shit together on your ass so cold. I'll make you want to come off this motherfucking... I'll make you want to come out the metaverse and put your dukes up. You be mad than a motherfucker. Yeah, spit boxing and lip wrestling champion, nigga. I ain't took no losses. Nah. I ain't took no losses. And that little shit that Sid the Sloth did, he did that little light shit because he knew. Oh, he was one who really could talk that shit. He knew he would have been talking that shit with me. That shit would have just poured a whole bunch of motherfucking traffic over here. That's all it would have did. So he made sure he didn't do it with me. You know what I mean? He was saying, yeah, them niggas over there broke. Who over there broke? You know what I mean? Remember that nigga was saying them niggas was over there broke? I was like, yeah, nigga, say my name. Say my name and make me act like them youngsters. Say my name and make me act like them youngsters. Huh? Nah. But I felt like I had to redeem myself because some shit had went on. And I was like, boy. But I didn't fall for it. And then when he did say my name, he butchered my shit. Nigga called me he's a Lisa Low. So yeah, we stayed away from it, and my bad, I apologize. If that nigga bite down on the bait though, shit, I'm coming for his ass. He know who he is. Come get you some, boy. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all coming through. But what I need y'all to do, man, is go check out that Trio Cast record. We're gonna be playing that on the intro. And tune in tomorrow at 7:30 on some support shit. Hope y'all went and checked out that movie. Dirty Third, you know what I'm saying? Next Generation. Them boys ain't know I was finna do that review. I just told D-Rec, because I always couldn't wait on, the next one. So when I saw they was shooting this one, I was like, man, this bitch finna go down. So when he said he dropped it that day I was watching a football game, I told him straight up, look, I'm going check that hoe out and I'm going to review that hoe. And that's exactly what I did. And look what came about on some Trill nigga shit. All I did was show love. Nope, D got at me showing love. D-Rec got at me. Lil Mario, you know what I mean? And my nigga D got it. We always been tapped in. But I say, you know what, my nigga? Come do an interview with me. Come fuck with my people. And nigga say, hell yeah. So on short notice, man, D got us what I was working on earlier today. D got it will be in the building 7:30 p.m. We gonna go live. Y'all come through here, man. I'm gonna have some dope ass questions. We gonna go on down through there. We gonna talk about the beginning, the in the middle. I'm talking about all them hit records. R.I.P. Big Mo 3-2. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna talk about it, man. Life. We gonna talk about life. We're going to talk about that music. And we're going to talk about that trill ass motherfucking movie, man. Dirty Third. New Generation. Next Generation. So we're going to get off into it. And salute to all the players out there coming with opportunities my way. Look like the walls coming down, man. The blockage walls starting to come down brick by brick. All I can think is the constant grind. That's all I can think, that the constant grind is starting to knock the walls down. And I don't feel no way about it. I don't have no hostility or no envy or no jealousy or no hate for nobody. Boys move how they move, and I move how I move. And what God got for me, he got for me. And what God got for you, he got for you. So you be patient, man. You be patient, man. Whatever God got for you is coming your way. You stay diligent in your works, and you stay trill. It reminds me of something that took place today. Let me see who this is. Sound like a wise brother. Hey, I appreciate it, man. It took time. But it's something I seen today. Kid went viral because he went to McDonald's and they gave him a bag full of their deposit money. And the kid filmed, hey, look, McDonald's made a mistake. Let me go and return this money. Excuse me. So he went back and told him, he went on the inside, hey, I don't think y'all meant to get this to me. What is that? He showed them, this is y'all money. And they just was so overjoyed. They wanted to hug him. They wanted to take pictures with him. They wanted to just praise him. They may have offered him free McDonald's food for a month. But then they called him back. They like, man, come back to the store, man. And they gave him a couple $100. But just that gesture alone, that one good deed he's done, is going to strike the multitude of the world. He's exposed to the world now. And so many people going to feel that in so many different ways. Some people might think, oh, he should have kept that money. Some people might think, oh, they only gave him $200. Some people might think, oh, they only going to let him eat for 30 days. But don't you worry about what they going to let him do. It's what God going to do for him. God is going to work through a multitude of people to make sure that he's rewarded for his good deed. And I mentioned on the post, I said, and I wasn't trying to steal no shine, but I was just trying to let people know this type of things happen. Random acts of kindness. I'm the type of person that like to evoke random acts of kindness because it's so many random acts of violence that go on. So I take it upon myself to just do random acts of kindness. People don't expect it today in 2023 and before. People don't expect you to do that, but I do it just to let people know, hey man, good people still exist and they not pussy and they not weak and they not weird. They strong and they trill. And I'm one of them. Two, for instances, I found a guy's wallet because I peeped game so good. I seen the guy and his wife riding a bike. But then I drove from where I saw them walking their bikes. And I drove to this one part of the area. And when I got to the middle of the street, I see a beautiful brown wallet. I know what money look like. I know what a wallet look like. And I picks it up. And when I picks it up, it's all kind of money off in that thing. It's all kind of credit cards off in that thing. And I said, let me see if, look what I do, right? I said, man, let me see if he got a secret compartment where he keep his secret money. And I went, and there it was, secret money. I said, but you know what I'm going to do? Here's his ID sitting right here. Here's his address. I'm just going to return it. And the reason being, I'm too blessed to fail a test like that. I'm too blessed to fail a test like that. You can't think with that opportunities pouring broke mind all the time. Now, don't get me wrong, just finding money on the ground. I'm not looking, hey, excuse me, did you drop your $100 bill? Hey, did you drop your money? Hey, did you drop your money? Hey, anyone drop their money? Now, I don't do that. But all the evidence of who owned that was right there in that wallet. And I returned it. I returned it. Now, when he rewarded me, he gave me $20. He gave me $20. And I said in my hood mind, cheap motherfucker. All that goddamn money in there, all them credit cards, but I stopped myself. And I say, you know what? Y'all have a good one, man. And I went on about my business. But I know that those blessings have not stopped coming. God has been blessing me abundantly. You dig? Now here's the one, and I'm going to leave you with this one and not be long and drawn out. Here's the one that you might say, nigga, you a ass. I went in the Walmart restroom and I went to the urinal. And as I'm taking my piss, I'm observant. And I look on top of the urinal and it's an envelope full of money. I say, wow. Wow, 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 wow. But then I thought about it, dog. That's somebody's bill money. That's somebody's payroll. That type of money is going to put a glitch in their matrix. I took the money to customer service. I said, somebody's going to come back and look for this money. And it'll only be that person. Because nobody's just going to, hey, did you find some money? Somebody who left that money is going to come back and look for this money. Give it to them. They looked at me like I did something wrong. They looked at me like, what the hell are you doing? Well, I'm going to tell you what I'm doing. I'm not standing in the way of my blessings. That's what I'm doing. I'm not standing in the way of my blessings. See, sometimes you want God to bless you, but a lot of times you block your blessings from your poverty mind state. You can block your own blessings by being too hungry and not having any humanity. I could have easily took that money and put it in my pocket and walked out. Easily. Scot-free. But what's for me is for me. My God that I believe in really been putting it on me. If I would have took that money, my blessings would have been blocked. Yeah, momentarily I would have had that money. Yeah, it's going down. Yeah. Then all of a sudden I would have started losing like a motherfucker. I would have started losing left and motherfucking right and not being able to make a comeback. Now, y'all seen me at the end of the year taking losses like a motherfucking boss. And I still ain't resuscitated or recuperated. But I'm so blessed that I'm not stressed. But see, if I would have took that money, I might be trail casting underneath a motherfucking bridge. Hey, my nigga, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, nigga, Shit, nigga, send me some soup for real. Nigga, send me some chicken noodles for real. So don't stand in the way of your blessings, man. Provide this world with some random acts of kindness. Be good to somebody. Open up a door for an elderly lady. Speak to your brother. Open up the door for your brother. Open up the door for your sister. Treat people well. I'm not telling you to let your guards down and be gullible and be prey. I'm not telling you to be prey. I'm telling you, put goodness out here in this world because we need way more of it. It's something going on. It's some kind of shift that has my heart at peace to deliver more goodness, more than I ever gave before in life. I'm not saying be stupid now. I'm not telling you to be idiotic. I'm just telling you, be good. It's enough demonic shit going on in our culture. Soon as we turn on one of these new rap songs, the young boys don't know no better. They've been raised by this culture of the younger generation, and it's their norm to be demonic. It's their norm to be devilish. It's their norm to start their record with, I just did this and I'm gonna slide on this nigga and I'm gonna wipe his nose. All the songs sound the same. Demonic lyrics talking about the degradation and the harm of another young black brother. All the songs are, how could I say, harmonic threats. Harmonic demonic threats. Like playing a harmonica, like the Pied Piper. Kill, 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 slide, slide, slide. I'm gonna put him on a shit bag. I'm gonna put him on a stretcher. I'm gonna pop his top. Who is him you talking about? Who are you talking about in your lyrics? You're talking about somebody who looked just like you. I made an awesome discovery later on in my life, and I wish I could have learned this earlier in life. Almost 100% of the beefs that me, my brothers, and my homeboys partook in was absolutely unnecessary. None of the beefs had any merit. There was no real cause for any of the struggle and the strife. Any of the traumatizing, traumatic events that took place, there was absolutely no reason good enough that all that shit took place. But I was able to look at it with a sober, mature mind and look at why. And the why just was never big enough. There's a thing when you're in those streets that you exchange violence and physical trauma to one another, but each party survived. And there's a little envy and animosity if one guy got a little bit better than the other, so they're gonna retaliate or they scared, they don't want no more. But each party survives and lives to tell about it another day. But then it's this thing where the devil lines up things just good enough. Well, that could be that blow from you hit hard with a brass knuckle, could be a blow from a bottle. It could be a blow from a pipe. It could be a blow from a pistol. And everything lines up and a life get taken. Now that's when each party feel like we should amplify the war. So now a life has been taken. Now, without question, the war is amplified. And you can't have a cooler mind prevail, because if somebody say, hey man, stop and look and think about why and what, somebody gonna say, oh, you a pussy nigga. Oh, you hear this hoe ass nigga? But now that a life has been taken, the violence will be amplified. But when we go back to the root of the issue and the problem, we find absolutely no worthy cause. I hope that any one of you who come by this video have passed through that adolescent stage. And I hope that any one of you who've passed through that adolescent stage, who come by this video, have the knowledge and the wisdom to sit down a younger man and get him just to look at it from that point of view. Get him just to turn it upside down and take a good look at it and analyze it and see if it really is worth him getting out there mixing and mingling with trauma and violence and jail and penitentiary and death, possibly a wheelchair, possibly dismemberment. Ask him, is it worth it? And what is it all over? Because in 10 years, what you so passionate and heated about, what you think, oh, a nigga better not disrespect me, in 10 years, none of that shit will be important. It took me quite some time to undo what has been done to me. It was driven and drilled in our heads. Don't let that nigga disrespect you. Nigga bet not disrespect me. Bitch ass nigga, don't disrespect me. So everybody who don't like you for whatever reason and say something ill about you, you're gonna harm everyone who has an opinion about you? You're gonna be a tired motherfucker. If you're gonna have struggle and strife and commotion with everyone who has an opinion about you that you don't agree with, you're gonna be a tired motherfucker. It comes a time that we must grow up. Be strong. Be able to defend yourself in every possible way that you survive. But don't involuntarily put yourself in no nigga politics. My OG told me this many, many years ago. He smoked crack. He said, boy, what you know about them nigga politics? I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about, because he was a shit talking nigga. And I say, what's nigga politics? He said, they have no beginning and they have no ending. Don't you get your fool self caught up in them nigga politics. I was near 16, 17 years old when he told me that. He didn't tell me that too often. He maybe told it to me once or twice throughout us knowing one another. But do you know, 20 some years later, I had to regurgitate that to my son. And he didn't understand what the fuck I was talking about. And he took that shit to the streets. My daddy said, and I say, nigga, shh, nigga, don't you tell. Nigga, this is from me to you. Don't you take that shit nowhere. That shit ain't for everybody. But it took me years to understand you don't want to get involved in no nigga politics. Nigga will build a dry case on you and kill you, my nigga. Niggas will build a whole dry case on you, man, and light flight your ass off this earth, man. I'm just trying to tell you, my nigga. Don't let that shit go over your head. I appreciate y'all niggas coming through, man. Y'all make sure y'all come through this motherfucker tomorrow and turn up, nigga. We got some legendary shit going on tomorrow, man. 7:30 p.m. Gospel Life. We will be in the building having a dope-ass interview with D Gotti, man. And I really appreciate that shit. Deb's Head, man, I didn't even plan on coming in here doing that. But I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did. Let me see. That's why the youth that's why the youth is how they are today. I plan on touching them, but I know what they want. They want a nigga who able to put diamonds in his mouth. They want a nigga who able to pull up in a dope ass Lambo or Bentley or, you know, something that just look star-studded. My momentum is building. My momentum is really building. And one day I shall return and speak to these motherfuckers. But it's unfortunate that we have to trick each other just to talk to each other. We can't hear the message unless we see the messenger really, really shine. We can't hear the message unless the messenger is just really, really making leaps and bounds. But what I want you to notice about something I said moments ago, my OG who gave me some game was a bona fide crackhead. Was a bona fide wino. But for some reason, I was always able to distinguish when he was trio casting to me. When he was giving me some news I can use, I was always able to not judge. Oh, that nigga smoked crack. That nigga drank wine. That never crossed my mind. Because when he was delivering that trio cast to me, it was some good shit. I'm telling you. And I still live by a lot of that shit today. What it is, man, Justin Clonics. I still live by a lot of that shit today, man. So sometimes we can't judge the book by the cover. We got to stop judging the book by the cover. We need to know what a motherfucker been through. See, these days, you got a lot of motherfuckers want to tell you about different industries. And a lot of them foolish because they ain't never been through a motherfucking thing. But you got to be able to distinguish that when you speak to somebody. You got to know the questions to ask them. And lately, I talk to a lot of people, man. They don't know a goddamn thing about nothing. And when I talk to them, they have to reveal to me, man, I just wanted to talk to you. I'm glad you think that highly of me, that you just wanted to talk to me. But you didn't have to bullshit me to talk to me. I'm a real nigga. But we got to stop. Now, it is what it is. We can't change the world. Some people need the message dressed up. Some people need the message dressed up in more diamonds and cloaks and minks. Some people need the message in Cadillacs, you know what I mean, on big rims and chrome. Some people need the motherfucking message in a Continental. Some people need the message in a Bentley or a Maybach or a Benz. But those trinkets, as Pimp once said, will be provided. And we're going to chop good game, man. We're going to chop good game. Let me see what we got here. Nowadays, if you're not flashy, the youth don't want to hear it. That's exactly what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. You just got straight to the point. Well, look, man, y'all stay up. Make sure y'all go get y'all some paper in the morning, God spare life, and come back through here at 7:30 p.m. We gonna get it popping, man. Ain't no stopping. We trail casting and lasting. It is what it is. It's gonna be what it's gonna be, and it's gonna do what it's gonna do. Know what I'm talking about? Yeah, yo. It's your boy, he's elite. Long live the pimp and Mama West. Free young pimp. Boy, it's the countdown. It's the countdown, boy. We got about 4-5 months. That nigga gonna touch down around this hoe. Going down.